Hi guys.
Moly, I have a fun narrative. Okay.
How's it going, guys? What's up?
Yo, so straight off the bat, like, look who's back. What's going on?
How's
It's
it going,
episode 1
guys?
all over again. Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
yeah. I'm
Wow.
back. I'm in Minecraft.
You
Totally
love
sounds
that.
like there's a helicopter above me.
That's
It honestly, too, your camera is really clear. Like it's really
Because I've
clear.
got
Right?
the light on.
The light's helping
the
it out.
extra
the Minecraft sun.
quality.
helps.
Well,
The
guys,
yeah, it is. It's the sun.
speaking of
Yes.
webcams, Joe's gonna be having a webcam coming for his Christmas soon. Don't think you forgot. I forgot.
Oh, snap. No, thank you so
So
much,
that's
man.
gonna be coming soon.
Yeah.
And I want to say welcome to the podcast, everyone. Welcome to the JT Unplugged. How's everyone going? I'm your host, the Darren G, and my amazing co-host.
The Joe Van.
Okay,
And,
people are coming for us. People are coming for us.
Yeah, okay, listen. So, everybody said we won't come back. Everybody said that we would never make it, but here we
We're
are
here,
again,
baby.
right?
Here
We
we are,
made
baby.
it. Okay. So I
Explain the background. Let's do
yeah,
it.
listen. Okay. So every episode I've been doing everything within my power to slowly make it back to the studio in Hamilton. I'm trying everything that I can. Things took a weird turn. So last time you guys saw me, I was in beautiful Estonia. It was snowing. I was on a rooftop. It was a gorgeous Christmas scene. Now I'm looking a little scarier. Let me ask you guys this. Have you guys ever heard of the term frogging?
Frogging?
What?
Frogging, yeah. Is that gonna be a
No.
yes or no? Okay,
It'll
so
be a no.
you may have heard of the term squatting. It's something
Okay.
that homeless people do. They'll find a dilapidated building and kind of stay there without paying rent. So that's what I thought I was doing at first, as I made my way across secretly on a ship to Canada. But it turns out I'm not squatting because above me, from this creepy furnace basement, is a family that doesn't know I'm here. That is the term frogging. It's when someone secretly lives in your house without you knowing, whether it's the attic or the basement.
So it's the movie Parasite.
Yeah, I am that guy. Saying,
confused.
Wow.
thank you, bless, and I'm headbutting the lights.
I'm
Wow.
lost. I'm
Dee's not
lost.
seen Parasite.
Okay, so there's yeah,
I'm so lost
I'm a
right now. Where
frogger.
are we?
I'm jumping across the highway if you're from the 80s. But no, so listen, I'm making my way downtown, working hard, walking fast, homebound.
Wow.
But on the way, I need to eat. I mean, look, I got these new digs that I stole from the family. I'm looking pretty fly. I'm working my way up slowly, right? I've been wearing nothing but a green sweater for the last 3 or 4 episodes.
I'm lost. I'm so lost. I'm
I'm
so
making my
lost
way
right now.
to you, and I'm by any means. And right
I'm
now,
so
that means
confused.
secretly hiding in someone's house and eating their food every time they leave to go to work.
Yeah.
takes-
Okay.
And then you're gonna like sneak onto the back of a truck, ride it down the highway for a little
Yeah.
while.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
get
I'm
on
gonna
the
jump
different
onto the
truck.
top of a truck, and then when I see a log on the river, I'm gonna jump on that, and I'm eventually I'll get to you guys.
I am so lost. I don't get it. How do people live in people's house and they don't know?
Well, there's
I know when there's like ants in my house. Like what?
right. Well, I mean, so I'm being a little loud right now, but otherwise, froggers are usually quiet creatures that will find a way into someone's house if they don't have a security system. So it's like being a robber, where you break into someone's house, except then
Or
you just
stay
stay there.
there.
It's
Yeah.
like Inside Man, where you go to rob a bank,
just
but then
don't
you just
get it.
build a wall and you live in the bank for.
I just
A
don't
year.
get it. I just don't get it. It doesn't make sense. But how does the people not know that someone's in their house?
It's a thing. I don't know. It's a
impossible.
statistic.
It's impossible.
Wait,
how
okay,
you
so I'll
can
say
not
this.
know.
So maybe it doesn't happen too often in America, even though I'm sure it does, like hundreds of times a year. But I think it's mostly in other places like Japan and China, because apartments, I guess, just easier to break into because it's like kind of apartments stacked on top of each other, and they like live in the ventilation and stuff, and then wait until the person goes to work, and then they like come out and then start eating food from your fridge, and then go back in. And there's
And then
like
you're
footage
telling
of
me that those people
60-year-old
come
woman
home.
that like crawled out of a vent. It was very scary.
Oh no!
Yeah. There's like
I
actual
don't want to see
videos
it, but
that
I do.
because people
I
are
do
like,
want to see that.
"Is my house haunted?" I keep hearing noises, and then food's missing and stuff. So they think it's a rat problem. So they set up a webcam secretly in their house, and then you get footage of these people like crawling out of vents
See,
and
that's
like
the
in
thing
their
where it's like you can't. There's no way you can
Scary
eat my
shit.
food and I'm not knowing. Like, I
Not,
know.
not if
I
you're
know
the only one
everything.
living there, but if it's like a family, people don't talk to each
True.
other. There's like, who's eating all the cheese strings?
Yeah.
Okay, in
I
that
don't know.
sense, then yeah. In
Who's
that sense,
eating
okay, fair
just the
Fair
crust of
enough.
the pizza that you left out last night? Who's eating that?
Yeah,
Where's
yeah,
it
yeah,
gone?
yeah,
True,
yeah.
true, true, true.
Where have
That
the
makes
chicken
sense.
wing bones gone?
Yeah.
Chicken wing bones.
Yeah.
You,
Because that's all
bones
that's
are edible.
left.
They're
Just
technically
the
edible.
bones.
They're just
Bones.
really
Where have
bad
the
shits.
bones
Yeah.
gone?
Okay. Anyway, so that's me. That's my situation. What about you guys? Darren, what's going on with you right now? Where are you? Are you at MS Paint?
He
Yes.
is. It's
I am.
Nice.
Two
I'm ready
pixels.
just to paint my
Go
life.
hard in that paint.
Yep.
Yeah.
I made a little design actually. It's snowy contraption. It's like it's a classic like, Galactica type of style. I just wanted to say Galactica.
Sure.
Do you mean Gattaca?
Yeah,
Or-
that one.
Yeah.
Not the actual like isn't there a movie
Not
called Galactica?
Battlestar Galactica.
No, it's
Yeah, not
Gattaca.
the
Gattaca.
Gattaca, yeah. That one where it's like these like things. Also, yeah, I have black fingernails.
Yo,
That's
you're
it.
not the only one. Yeah, what's going on there? You guys painting
We
your
did
nails?
matching. We did matching nails.
Yeah. Oh
We did-
my. Yeah, that's right. Hand it up. Yo, I want my black nails, so I'm gonna come for you guys. I'm gonna get you.
We did these while watching Johnny English last night. Have you ever seen Johnny
What? No way. That's so funny.
Have you seen it?
Nice.
Movie is
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's a classic.
What a
Yeah,
You
classic.
guys
it's
say
Mr.
it's a
Bean.
classic,
That's
and I'm
ages.
just like, I don't know. It's so strange how. I guess it's like a soft spot or something because I don't really get the humor in the movie. It's like so
All right,
it messes
Darren.
absolutely
You just
everything
don't
up.
understand British humor.
Yeah, you were kind of getting mad at how stupid he is and how clumsy he is.
That's the point. He's supposed to be like
Yeah.
007, but an idiot.
Yeah, because you were just like, well, why won't they send a different spy to do this? I'm like, because all the other spies are dead. You're like, well, why this guy?
I'm just like,
that's
but
fine.
there's other
The only-
options. There has to be
Sure,
other
sure.
options.
Only option.
Yeah.
Because it's like everything he's doing, there's nothing is working. Like nothing.
No.
Yeah.
Yet he still saves the day.
Yeah.
And it's kind of just the same joke over and over again. I know it sounds really bad, but the joke is just basically he's always in the wrong spot.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
it. It's like you're supposed to be at point A, but you're always at point B
Yeah.
every time. So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, like great. He's now
Hey.
holding up this person. He's now holding up these people.
If it
He's now
works, it
holding up
works.
these people. He's now holding up these people. Oh,
Yeah,
they're not
they
those
made like
Okay.
a trilogy out of that.
Right. Oh,
That
well, so I
one
haven't.
concept.
I didn't see the third one, but there's a third one, right?
Yeah. Honestly, the second and third one blend together anyway. I can't remember
Right,
which one's
right.
which, but
Yeah.
Because
kinda like
it's all the
Steven-
same jokes and stuff.
Yeah.
Recycled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, it's like he's what's his name? Rowan Atwood. Is that right?
Atkinson.
Atkinson. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. He's a gem. He's a British gem.
Uh-huh.
You gotta love him, right? He's Mr. Bean.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a very.
he's
He's
it's
the bad
very-
guy from Scooby Doo, the movie.
He is. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that is
right.
quite interesting.
He's a gem. If he was Canadian, he'd be a Canadian gem. You know, he's just one of those guys.
No, I just like it's not. I guess you're saying I don't get the humor. Oh, I have like a little fruit fly that's flying around. And it's just flying right in front of the screen. It's so weird.
Oh,
Anyways,
so let's introduce guest number 4.
Hey, welcome.
Bye.
Rupla.
Punk.
Thanks for being here.
It
Name's
doesn't have his own
Punkcast.
setup yet, though.
his name's
You're gonna
Punk.
knock him out. Oh,
Anyways.
drama already. Uh-oh. Turning into a drama podcast.
I definitely don't get the English thing. I don't get the humor. I do get it, but it's like.
Just wait
It's
till I
not-
introduce you to the
not fun.
Monty Python films. Then you'll be blown away.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's on the
Just
movie
but a
motel.
scratch.
I'm excited for that.
Mhm.
TRX probably, which
Nope,
means trash. No.
that's offensive.
I don't even. Okay. Anyways, besides the point, I
Yeah.
would like to go on to my first topic.
Absolutely.
It is the demand of items this year.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's not really essentially the demand. It's more of like what to do when you like need a product and we're in a quarantine right now. So basically, right now we're told to be in quarantine, not to go out and shop and do things like this, and not be with family, all that jazz.
Yeah.
But then they also say like support local, all these things like this. But it's like it's hard to do that because it's like, What if you
The
need
other
certain
options.
things? Like, you need certain things.
Yeah.
Like certain things like department stores only offer. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like certain things. So it's like, I'm going to have to order that, like, unfortunately, which sucks. But at the same time, too, a lot of things are like not in demand. Like when you go into a store, they're not there. So you have to order it online.
Yeah.
Right. Because everyone's just in the store buying it all. So how do you guys feel about
Mhm.
that? How do you guys feel about like
And they want
ordering
you to order
things?
online because they also don't want you going into the store because they don't want you to spread COVID.
Yeah,
So
like
order online, but then independent stores can't do online shipping.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
and they
So
can't even stay open because they're closed.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So yeah, I feel like it's the same as meat. Meat is murder, and philosophically I don't agree with it. You know, it's like I feel
I
like we should
agree.
all go vegan. However, practicality wise, it's still not the easiest thing. I mean, it's becoming easier and easier, but like I still eat meat because it's convenient, and then same goes with Amazon versus small business. Philosophically, it's like Amazon is a fucking monster and I hate it. And like they don't believe in like human rights. Like it's insane. It's
yeah.
Jeff Bezos is like a dictator. Like he should be struck down. There should be riots on the streets of Amazon employees.
Yeah.
Except it's not a physical place. But if it was a government, right? If Amazon was a country,
No, it is.
I'm well, there's the
It's just
Amazon, I
below
guess.
like Brazil, and then to
Yeah,
the right of Peru, and then it
yeah.
kind of goes down. There's like a big river.
Well, then he's got a castle in the middle of that jungle, and we need to storm his castle, his like dragon castle where he keeps all his gold coins, and we need to say behead him, and that way the people will be free. But yeah, so it's like he's an actual monster, and I hate
Yeah,
everything that it stands for.
yeah,
However, it's still the convenient thing, so I still order from Amazon.
yeah.
Yeah.
It
So
comes the next
it's
day.
philosophy versus practicality. So I do
Mm.
things I don't agree with. It's contradictory, but I think everybody does that, where it's like they do things they don't agree with because of the limitations of your situation. So yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, that's where I stand on it. I don't
Interesting.
agree with it, but I still do it. So I'm a contributor. God damn it! I'm
Yeah.
like a German citizen who like wasn't standing up against the Nazis but didn't agree with them in World War II. It's like I guess I'm a monster too because I'm complicit, but it's like I hate everything they stand for, but then I'm not doing
Oh.
anything against it, right?
Mm.
That's the
I mean,
thing.
I'm
That's a
I'm
hot
not a
take.
German citizen in World War
That's a
II,
hot
but I'm
take.
just saying, right? Like, what do you know?
Comparing Amazon to the Nazis, maybe. But
Whatever.
even not even like Amazon, but even just Dollarama. Dollarama's a big
Yes,
corporation, right?
Dollarama. Well, yeah,
But in the situation we're in now, we don't want to be spending lots of money. We want to be saving money. Most people don't have
yeah,
jobs.
yeah.
So you want to be going and you want to be getting those deals. You want to be getting the cheapest option you can. So you want to go to Dollarama for that. You don't want to go to like an
A full
independent
price.
place and
Yeah,
spend triple the amount because you're supporting them. But then who's
yeah.
supporting you? Because now you're out of money.
That's the interesting thing. The
Yeah.
citizens who have no
Wow,
money are told to
ruthless.
support the small businesses instead of the people with money, like larger corporations creating programs or the government, right? It's weird
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's how the poor stay poor and the rich get richer.
because the rich are like, "Hey, poor people, support
Can't
your
relate.
other people that are poor. Like, how dare you not?" And then they don't do anything to help. It's like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? What is this shit? Why do I have to support them? I have no money. What the fuck is this? You guys have all the money. God damn it.
Yeah.
Can't relate. They can't relate.
Can't
S-
relate. Yeah, straight up.
Which which goes on to my second topic,
Yeah.
which actually it flows into it nicely. Pardon me. It's the fact of I think I have like some sort of like issue with like spending money. It's not like spending money, but like it's more of like spending money to certain corporations and things. I have an issue with it. I don't know why, but it is like robbery. Like I had just changed my phone bill from 50 to like $24. I'm glowing right now. I'm screaming.
Wow.
I'm
Yeah,
screaming.
that's
I'm
amazing.
screaming because it's like I'm
Yeah.
at home. I'm on Wi-Fi 24/7. Why the hell am I paying $50 a month?
Yeah,
But
straight up.
at the same time, I'm just like every time the like okay, so think of it as like an example would be I use my phone and like the internet, the service to bring me income.
Yeah.
And it's a small little bit, like it's $50 a month. But every month that when I come to go to pay it, and other things, like certain things I don't care. Like I'll buy some like a new mouse because I need a mouse. Like I need it. It's like I can physically have it. It's there. But then it like comes to like my phone bill for like $50, and I'm just like, I hate this. I don't ever want to give it. Why am I spending $50 for this? It doesn't make any sense to me. Like I'm just thinking this is like, even though it's just $50. I don't know. I'm just saying it's just $50. I don't know if that's like fair to say, but like $50. Why? It doesn't make any sense. It's like
Well,
everything's
it's
why.
a
Like
it's a specifically Canadian issue. I feel like people in America don't have this issue, and people in Europe, the cell phone companies or whatever the heck they're called, the cellular service providers, for whatever reason, are like insane in Canada. It's like double the price it would be in other countries, and I don't know why.
Definitely.
That's a thing, but I've
Yeah.
heard that
it's
from
like
like
so
tons of other
frustrating.
people
Like
from different countries.
Yeah.
I just
No,
like I
it is.
don't
It's
like giving my
arbitrary.
money to that.
There's no reason.
Like
It's
I
just
hate it.
arbitrary.
Especially
Yeah.
like the layout of Canada as well, because
It just does
people
such a
just
big
live in
place.
these very small pockets, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And especially in Ontario, like everyone's pretty much here.
yeah,
And then nowhere else in Canada. They're all like here.
yeah.
So why are they like, oh well, we have the best coverage of the whole country, and you want to spend $100 because we can get you coverage in the Northern Territories? Like,
Right.
nobody's
It's like,
going
well, I'm
there,
never gonna go there though.
and I can't even get service in a basement. So why are we paying?
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah. So like I'm glowing and I just feel like then I have like issues with certain things, like for instance like Uber Eats. Like I don't think it doesn't make any sense how like I'm like hitting. Okay, so first of all, like say I just want to order some fries, right? Order fries, go to cash out. There's a service fee, the delivery fee, and then there's a small order fee. That's 3 extra fees. Like where do those fees come? Why are
Well,
you paying those
service in
fees?
small order, like that's
They
weird.
just come out of nowhere because it's like,
Yeah.
okay, obviously you can't just have people going back and forth for a small fry or like something minuscule because then people are going back and forth for stupid. So you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Completely understandable. Completely understandable. But what about when it's like you're ordering a certain like meal that isn't okay? So for instance, they'll do it in a way where in order to get free delivery, it has to be $20 or more. So for instance, you'll order something for yourself and the meal is going to be around $10. You order an extra drink or whatever, you order a little dessert, $13-14. They want you to order 20 for free delivery, which is fair enough. But if you're by yourself, now you have to pay the service fee and the delivery fee.
Right.
So it's like, I'm not ordering
and
this.
it comes out to like way more than $20.
Yeah, I'm not ordering this.
Yeah.
Why? Where do those like that for me? I can't justify giving my money to that. I just cannot. But I'll go in my car, and then just go and drive and get it myself.
Right. Yeah.
Because I have a vehicle. Like I have the freedom to. Because I
access
have
to
a
it,
vehicle, I think that logically it makes no sense for me to order that, sit in my house, be lazy, and order that to come to my house. I'm not saying that anybody that does that is lazy, but that's where like I cannot stand like bigger corporations. Like that's a ripoff. Completely rip off, especially when we're in a pandemic and it's like they're telling us to order in all the time.
Just stay inside. They're like, don't go out if you don't need to.
Get the fuck. I started to get upset and like loud, but it's like that is so annoying to me. It happened to me. Same thing with my bank. My bank pays like for maybe like 5 months. I was paying $30 a month for my for my account. $30 a month. 3, 6, 9, 12. That's $120. I paid for like 4 or 5 months for just to have my account, for me to put my own money in an account for them. Yeah, which is fair enough, but $30. You're telling me that they can't let me know, saying, hey, you know what? You're going over your you're going over your beeps. Right. It's COVID. Maybe you want to switch to the $15 one. Yeah. So I went in and I was just like, why am I paying $30? They're like, oh yeah, you're tapping too much. I go, so you don't think as a bank you guys would want to let me know as your customer that I'm tapping too much? So maybe I want to upgrade to something cheaper that's more beneficial. So say I have unlimited taps for $15 instead of me having 8 taps for $8.99, but then I'm going over by this many taps, so now I'm paying $30 a month every month. Like, what? This doesn't make any. It's like robbery. It's robbery. I can't stand. Oh, I just can't stand it. I just cannot stand that shit. It makes me so mad. So therefore, I guess I'm a cheap ass MF. I'm cheap as hell. I don't care.
Well,
Call it what
it's
you
not
want,
cheap. They're swindlers. And I feel like banks have kind of always been
Really
like
can't.
that. They're making you pay for their service, but their
Yes.
service
The
is
hell out of
something that you can do, but you're not allowed to in our society anymore. You
Hmm.
need credit checks in order to get cars, to get houses, to have a stable job. They like need a void check from you. They're like, no, we can't give you cash or give you a check. You need a void check with a bank. So it's like you're forced to be with banks. So they're basically like the mafia. They're like, you got to pay us in order to live
Yep.
safely in
Yeah,
society.
the money bay
Now get
mafia.
this.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Do you want
fuck
to know
you.
something
You're
funny,
gonna be
Joe? Which
homeless.
sucks.
Yeah.
But do you know something funny, Joe? What sucks is I don't really have any credit because
Yep.
I don't use credit cards. I've never used credit cards. I've never understood the concept of a credit card. But then my dad's like, no, you have to force yourself to use the credit card and then force yourself to pay it off. I go, why the hell would I do that? I don't want to. They're not paying me to go online and freaking pay that shit. I'll just use cash because I have it. Why am I buying anything that's above my means? If I need more of something, then I need to make more cash. Duh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What? It doesn't make any fucking sense. But no, they
It's
want
a
you to
society
use it.
thing. It does
They want
make
you to
sense.
use it so that I have credit. No, fuck you. If I want to buy a house, I'll just buy it cash. Why can't I do
Right.
that? Why can't I
But
do?
then
Why
the
can't I just have $25,000 as down payment cash? Why do I have to have it on? No, it's just the way it is. F this. F this. So that's why I think I have an issue with like I think I'm cheap, obviously, but in a way where I will save as much money as I possibly can, where they don't have control over me.
yeah. Well, yeah,
That's
that's
like my
it's
objective in my head. Like
yeah.
I can't.
So a more recent version of that would be social media. Back in the 80s and 90s and stuff, credit cards started becoming extremely popular, and that became the new norm where if you want to live in society and have a proper career, whether it's in business, finance, whatever, it's like you need a credit score in order to be like
Why?
a proper person because they're like they want checks and balances on you. They want to be able to kind of follow you and see that you're a normal functioning person. You're not secretly like going around killing people. I don't know what the fuck, but it's to just check up on you. And now
Mhm.
that's what social media has become, where if you were to go to a job and you just don't have any social media, they'd be like, "What the fuck is wrong with this person? They just won't hire you."
Yeah,
You know, like
yeah.
they're like, "This guy might be a serial killer because why does he not have a?
True, yeah. If you
We
don't
can't
have
check up
social
on him. We
media.
can't secretly check out what he's doing, so we don't trust him."
Mm,
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
super
credit
creepy
score of
because
social media.
when I was working, that was one of my biggest anxieties.
Right.
Is I had an Instagram that had it's a secret alias. That's why I created it because I had an Instagram that had my name, which is now I changed it because now I use my Instagram for business.
Yeah.
But prior to that, I was an influencer. That's how I got into what I'm doing. But I created it under an alias where nobody knew who I was. But then obviously because I grew so big, people started to find out who I was. And I couldn't keep it a secret anymore because then I'm like, okay, I'm taking pictures all over the city and everybody knows.
They'll
But
triangulate my location. Yeah.
that's that's when for me, swear, that's when for me it got overwhelming. It's when
Yeah.
I'm looking on my stories and I'm seeing that people that I know and people that I work with and people that they are all just watching me and just like it's like religious. Like it's like they're like watching me and they're like using it against me. Like, well, you were here last and it's like,
Oh, yo, bro, you got a
whoa,
stalker.
I'm
Yeah, that's
out.
not
I'm
good.
out. I'm
Yeah,
out.
that's
I'm out.
unhealthy. Yeah.
It's unhealthy. It's unhealthy on both ends. It's unhealthy for the person
To have
doing
that
it.
anxiety. Yeah, it's like predator and
And then
prey. It's like you're being stalked. Yeah.
and right now I'm actually doing it again, like in a very mild sense, because I know I have an ultimate objective. So right
Yeah.
now I've actually been doing like slight like bragging and slight
What,
comedy.
flexing? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's okay.
slight flexing and slight
Yeah.
comedy because I'm trying to show like a
Yeah.
growth of like if you really set your mind to absolutely anything you want, you can. And sometimes people need to see that little bit of flex to be like, wow, he actually is doing it.
Motivation. Yeah.
And then there's going to be an objective. So I want to essentially have a clothing line. So I'm saving just to have a clothing line. And then I remember I told you, Joe, I'm starting like a food business with some
Yeah.
buddies.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and then those are like my objectives. And then
Yeah.
get a house
Yeah.
with a hot tub.
Top
Get a
tier
house with a hot
goals. Yeah. House with the hot tub. Yeah. Oh my
house
God.
with a
Yeah.
hot tub.
Yo, pools are
My objective.
overrated, man. Pools are summertime only. Hot tubs are forever. They're for every season, man.
Yes,
Yeah.
hello. Don't
Yeah.
want it hot, you just turn it off. The heat off.
Don't go in it or jump in a cold bath or something.
It
Yeah. I
doesn't
don't know
even
who
need
would
to be
want it.
hot. You can just turn the heat off.
Yeah, and then
Like,
just sit in it.
and then sit in it, but it bubbles and stuff. It's like, okay, we're just sitting
Yeah.
in a like cool little pond. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, well that is it for my topics. Basically, it's just my anxiety with money during the seasons because we're ordering a lot of things online and this is going here, that's going there. It's like, oh my goodness. Who are you giving your money to? Are you watching? Like, you know what I mean? Like that $30, that literally all that money I could have used for like Christmas gifts this year.
Straight up.
They didn't give me any discount, nothing. You're thinking they would say, you know what, as a bank, let's give you that last month $30 back.
Yeah, right.
Because it's like,
you just, well,
it's
like,
why
people if they did. They're not.
But they're all just they're for the money. It just doesn't make
Profit
so it's
first,
like I had a dream where it's like I'm just thinking like sometimes I start thinking a little bit selfish and I'm like, no, don't let those people like ruin you. Don't let that stuff ruin you because you always have to keep like a good soul, keep a good mind, keep a good body, and you'll just get through. Do your own thing. It's like people not wearing masks, let them just do their own thing. I always think of it as like Superman and like Mary Jane or like I know it's Lois Lane, but I always say Mary Jane. And like Spider-Man, all that jazz. So think of it as I always just throw them all over the place. You know, Batman, Catwoman. So think of it as like there's always like a point where it's like the humans.
I don't know what's going on. This thing behind me is about to break. Yeah. Okay. I think we're good.
Wow.
They're in the house. They've come
back.
Yeah,
they've come home from work. You need to be quiet.
Yeah.
So I'm at the point where it's like, do you know like how like in like when there's superheroes, there's always like a point where like the humans turn and like it's not the humans turn, it's always like the superhero hates the humans because the humans suck ass. But there's always like a Mary Jane or like Lois or like whatever. They'll just be like looking up at them and they're like, no, there's good in the humans. And then they're like, like we were watching X-Men the other day and like all these people throwing the missiles at the X-Men after they just saved them all the missiles. I'm like, these people are so ruthless. After they just saved their ass, they're gonna then hit the button and missile all of them. Damn, that's so rude. And then again, Magneto has to stop it all. Then Professor Xavier, no, they don't know. They're just following orders. No, blow their ass up. Nope. But I have to be brought. That's what I'm saying. I have to be brought back down by the lowest lanes to be like, you know what?
You need the one guy who's on the ship who was against the missile thing but wasn't in charge.
Like, calm down, Darren. Not everybody's crazy.
The one guy.
You know what I mean? Like, just do you. Focus on your goal, and that's it. Don't let these people harass you. Like, it's fine.
Yeah, and keep in mind, the more confident someone is, statistically, the less intelligent they are. Usually, the more that you know, the more uncertain you become about things. So the more certain someone is, the more conviction they have, the more closed-minded they are. That's like an actual fact. That's just completely like a statistical fact across the board. Is that the more knowledge you attain, the more uncertain you become about things because the more you realize that you know so little about whatever the given subject is. So that's just a rule of thumb. The more confident someone is, it's usually because they're dumb. Right? That's like the bullies of the world, the people in charge of the world, these power people.
Wow, that's really, really, really interesting to know. Very well. It's honestly like even enlightening.
It makes sense looking around all the.
So you know what I mean? I'm just like, keep a good body, mind. People, happy holidays. If you don't spend too much, keep an eye on the bank account. I would really think that your family, friends, and all that jazz would prefer you to have a little bit of funds than them having something underneath their Christmas tree or like something to open. You may think that, but like really, this time it's like everyone really needs to be focusing on the cash. Okay, that's just my just my little part there. All right, I'm good. I'm done. Sorry, guys.
Treat them next year.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? I'm really
give them their Christmas gift for Easter.
Yeah.
So what's the word anyway on the progress? Is Canada going to be A-okay by March? Is that what I was hearing? Because at first we were saying September vaccines will be widespread, but now they're kind of up in the timeline. They're like, no, we could be good by like March, April, something like that.
Just delay now. Maybe June, July. I don't know.
August.
I've not been following what's been happening here. But in the UK, they're rolling out the vaccine like this week, I think.
Right. Yeah. And
they're starting with old people, and then people that work with old people.
Right.
And then they're kind of going down the age brackets, basically. So they're starting with the
babies.
oldest.
They're injecting babies. Yeah.
And then slowly going backwards. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. And I know it's a bureaucracy thing, I think, in Canada. So we're going to be like one of the last countries to actually get it widespread, just because of how our system works. How it has to go through like a bunch of hoops that other countries don't have to go through. Yeah, like America will have it before us, England. Yeah. and then Canada at the end, tailing. But I mean, it. Should we do like a Serb bonanza, like right before the vaccine goes out? They're like, here's stimulus
Yeah,
checks for the next
let's
3
just go
months,
rave.
right before. Yeah,
Everybody
that way you have money
lick
by the
each other.
time you can go out in the world again.
My God, I would be
but you'll
okay
have
with
to
that.
pay it back though.
Yeah.
You'll have to pay it back. We didn't tell you that bit.
Yeah.
To
Not
pay
even
it
the
all back
taxes,
again.
all of it you pay back.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that'd be awesome.
At least if Canada's last to get the vaccine, we'll know if it turns you into a zombie or not.
Yes, Canada will
Right.
we'll start building the wall so Americans can't get through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
And we'll create a
God.
fortress.
We'll
The
know
country
what
of Canada.
the side effects are.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh
no,
my God.
don't
Yeah.
say this. I'm just
So,
literally picturing X-Men like Beast using that serum.
Everybody
right,
gets
trying to fix
blue
himself and it
fur.
makes it
I'm
worse.
already dressed like that. I'm good.
Oh no,
Check
you're
this
becoming
out,
Beast.
Joe. Hang on.
Yeah.
I've got to hang on.
Yeah, I'm curious what that is. I was seeing the teeth.
Wait, hang
This
on.
punk ass is a Yeti.
No, it is the Yeti, eh? The abominable snowman. Nice. Yo, that's tight. I don't
I'm
have
a
a onesie.
Yeti.
Once upon a time I did, but I want one. Look at that. That's great. God damn it, you look so comfy. I want that.
And don't I just fit in so well with Minecraft?
Yes. You're not a Minecrafter. I thought you were. I thought you crafted
Oh,
mines.
I am.
Okay,
I've been
yeah.
playing it all week.
Nice.
You're literally.
There
Beautiful.
we go. I can hear now. Yeah, I've been playing it all week.
Nice. What have you discovered? Or what's the history with you in Minecraft? Because I never played it. What is it like? Has it changed?
I only played it when it first came to Xbox a few years ago.
Okay.
And it didn't have the same things that the original PC version had. They kind of downgraded it a bit to make it work on Xbox, because obviously you've only got a controller with like 8 buttons on it or whatever's on a controller, right? So they couldn't have all this intricate keyboard kind of controls and stuff. So they kind of dumbed it down a little bit. And then over the years, I've not played it in probably about 4 years, but over the years, they started slowly kind of integrating all the kind of PC elements to it.
Nice.
So now I've gone back to it after all this time, and now it's pretty much the same as the PC version. You can pretty much craft anything and do everything you could on the PC version. But I've been playing it all week, and then yesterday I kept getting killed, so I enabled cheats and I started using cheats on it. So,
oh my God!
Don't judge me.
Right. Hey, do what you got to do, I guess. Right. I mean, because you're new to it, so you need that. Yeah. And that's the future. The future is mods. Future is cheats.
Yeah, well,
Just
it's
saying
a
that
game
mods
where...
and cheats.
Yo, okay, so that's actually, that's one of those things where it's like, would we want to live in a world where we're constantly banning people doing steroids in sports, or should we just create a new league where you have people without steroids and then a league of where everyone's on steroids, and it's like, who is the best person with steroids, and just have them all be cheaters?
Yeah, like we'll
face off
just have
against
the
each other. That way it
superhuman
becomes even again.
Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd
Well,
be nice.
It's a pretty good
speaking
idea.
of alterating humans, Cyberpunk came out.
Yo, yeah. Fresh
And
That's
off
all
the
I've been
shelf.
watching.
We don't own it, but we've been watching it.
Okay, nice. All the bugs that have been coming out.
Yeah. Actually,
my
the
God.
guy that we've been watching, I think he must be playing on PC because he's not had any issues, but definitely all the
one place
console
where it's
people.
safe.
The console people have been having a lot of issues.
Yeah.
But obviously in that game, you can alter yourself. You can have body modifications,
Right, you can have
cybernetic
nipples, no
implants.
Tons of
What would you have if you
Oh my
had-
God, yeah,
what
that's a
would
good
you
question.
have? What would you have?
So for me, I got an Xbox. I got the new Xbox Series X, as I've discussed on this podcast. But so I would get it on that, and my profile, because you can create, I think they just call it an avatar. You can create an avatar for your profile on Xbox, and mine has artificial arms and legs. I don't know why I did this. I was just like, this looks the best. So he's literally just wearing like green pants, black shirt, like standard kind of looking stuff, and then he's got metal arms and legs. So I feel like I would do that with my character. I would do either that, and then so I don't know what all the options are because I have not been following it as much. I've just heard that you have the option to choose to turn on or off nipples. So I don't. Is there like bulging options or what?
There's way
you
more
can
than
do
that.
full penis.
Okay, I'll do penis out of the pants and just running around with metal arms and legs.
Wow.
And not even
G-string.
skin-colored artificial arms, because I know they have that where it like opens up into like a blade or whatever. I want it to be like
Yeah.
chrome silver arms and legs, and just
Okay.
running around with my dick out.
You'd be like Jax from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. Yeah. It'd be the Belgian version of him, just running around.
Jax from Mortal Kombat. Okay, yeah, I was kind of picturing like, the guy from X-Men. What's his name? The
Oh,
Russian
right.
one.
I don't know, just the Russian guy.
Colossus.
Colossus, but
Yeah.
like human
Dressed
on
up
the in the
somewhere.
middle. In the middle.
Exactly.
Yeah, the middle's human, but like the arms and legs are Colossus.
Mhm.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
picturing for some reason. I don't know why.
Just chrome everything. It's the future, man. Chrome everything.
Chrome.
Chrome.
Shiny.
Yeah.
It's really sad when Colossus gets crushed in one of those movies. Which movie is it?
Well, you gotta break a heart like that. I don't know. That's so
He
sad,
gets
though.
crushed.
Days
Or
of
no, he gets
Future
ripped apart,
Past?
actually. It's Days of Future Past. He gets ripped apart.
Yeah.
Oh, he
Because he-
does by the
And
machines.
because he's like
That
so
feature gets
like
erased, but yeah, he
he's
gets
so like a
just
metal, the rip apart's so like it's just such
painful.
a
It's
weird rip.
like, yeah.
Oh, that movie is literally Endgame. It's Endgame
Yeah,
before
it is.
Endgame.
It's the
I
end game
hate
for
it. It's so scary. It's the
Mhm.
yeah,
scariest movie.
it is. It's scary.
Those Sentinels,
Especially the director is an actual predator. That makes it extra scary.
Wow,
But
he went
that-
there.
yeah.
wow, you're
Bride
ruthless.
Singer, yeah, hell yeah.
Uh,
Adds to the fear
yeah.
Those
element.
Sentinels are great.
You're like, are any of those actors safe while they're shooting?
Wow.
You're ruthless. Oh, but true.
Yeah, what are you
It's
gonna do? Fuck
true.
'em.
It's true.
Yeah. Okay, but now
Wow.
Aiden, what about you? Who's your character? Oh, wait, sorry, Darren, we didn't get we're just talking about
Pardon?
Colossus. Did you
What?
get your character?
I don't have a character on
What
Cyberslut.
cybernetic
Yeah, Cyber.
cyberslut? What cybernetic implant?
That's what it is. There was an ad for it. I saw. Pardon?
What would you have implants? Like what would you
Oh, I told you if I had the avatar and she was a female, she would be like a hot, super hot vixen. Like she would just, you'd see her and you're getting a boner, and
It's
you're
on
getting a Woody.
But then
in
she
a
kills
heart.
you.
Like I'm thinking like I'm thinking almost
You're
kind
an
of like
assassin.
a Psylocke-y type, but with guns. Meets
Sure.
Tomb Raider.
Oh, no.
Psylocke meets like Tomb Raider.
Okay.
Very good, very good.
With a little bit of like Asian anime-ish,
Dominatrix.
ninja-ish, like
Yeah.
even to like
Actually
like
wearing black.
Jade from like Without the Mouth kind of thing.
Yeah.
From Mortal Kombat, just like something like that, but with
Yeah.
some more guns and like holsters. Meets Tomb Raider.
Very good. Yeah. I like it.
I would do that. Like if I was doing it, because the guy's just so simple. Like if I was doing a guy, it would basically just be me. I would just do me, and I'm already
Oh yeah,
I'm already a version
I
of
am.
like a cyberpunk myself. So like I have a chest piece because I wanted a shield for my chest. Like my tattoos are made to look like I wanted to always be a superhero. So like my arm is like supposed to be like a gun thing. I have a sword that comes out of my like thing here. I have holsters on my thing here, and a knife on the back. You know what I mean? Like I'm already a superhero, so I would just make myself
Did
the way
it.
I am.
You are Cyberpunk, yeah. So now you just gotta
Yeah.
create your
And literally,
yeah.
I'm like a cyberpunk. Like actually,
Nice.
I ordered some punk necklaces.
That's very good.
Christmas for Christmas.
Yeah, nice.
You'll
Merry
see
Christmas
them soon,
to you.
guys. You guys will
Yeah.
see them soon. They're punk necklaces.
Nice. Yeah,
Just
gotta
saying
bring
that.
it on the pod once you
I'm
get
like
it.
they're
Yeah.
punk necklaces.
Yeah.
They are though. They actually
I
are.
got
So
it.
like I'm
I'm
cyberpunk,
goddamn
literally.
punk. The 90s are back, baby. We're punks again. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Thanks.
You
I
just
would
need to
probably,
switch those
make a
glasses for
specific-
like a solid visor one.
Yeah.
Because
chrome
I've always
visor.
like when I remember I was telling you when I was on Instagram, I had like an alias. The biggest change on my body would be my eyes. They would have to be the feature. Something with my eyes is like, because like on it you can really change like like you were mentioning how you have like metal arms and legs. They incorporate metal and like electronics and like robotic things into the body in cool ways that you can select. Mine would definitely be with the eyes. It's like they're like in like it's just more of like you can like it's just different. I don't know. It's just the styling. When you see the menu, you'll see like you can like add things to your hand, the palm of your hands, where it's like now the palm of your hands look like there's like metal on the inside, but the front of your hands like
bro, I am
human.
so getting this game. I don't care about bugs.
Eyes like where they look like scars, but they're just like there's
they
like
open
light
up.
inside. You know what I mean?
It's
There's
like
just different
wire.
versions. Yeah. And then there's
Nice,
some where it's
nice.
just like there's like little things just on the eyes only, where it's just like little. So it's just you got to kind of go through it. But mine would be definitely something where I'd basically look quite normal, tat it up completely, and then just something with my eyes would be like robotic for sure, like something.
Nice. Very good. Nice. So
Mine would be eyes.
Yeah, nothing
I would
else.
want-
I'm a human, but now I have more eyes.
No, yeah, it was more eyes, just like a spider.
Yeah.
No, I would like to be able to zoom
Okay.
Oh,
my
nice.
eyes, but without. I don't want them to like come out, like not like binoculars. But imagine just being able to sit here, but I could just zoom in really far.
Right. Yeah.
Well, it's like
Like
you
And
have
take
Jarvis
pictures.
in your eye, kind of.
I
Jarvis
want
in
to
your
take
eye.
pictures too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Nice.
could just blink.
Yeah.
and
Yo,
take
that might
pictures.
be our future. I mean, what's Elon Musk doing right now with putting an AI chip in our brains? And that's the first step. And then I feel like the next step is to replace our eyes, right? Like Cyberpunk could actually be a thing, right? Because we've been replacing body parts for a while now. You can have an electronic heart. You can have,
Yeah.
you can replace limbs and have them still be controlled by your actual brain. Like they attach it to your nervous system. So when you think you want to, bend the middle finger, it bends the middle finger of the robotic arm. So it's like these things are possible. We understand that the brain is just a mechanism, so we can make body parts function normally.
And
So
I
who
think it
knows?
scares
Zooming in
people
eyes could be a thing.
because, yeah, like people get scared about getting hacked and things, don't they? Like, oh well, if we're all robotic, we could all be controlled.
Hey, we already get
Everyone's
hacked
always
anyway,
worried about being
right?
controlled.
Susceptible marketing.
But yeah, become walking cookies.
Yeah.
But like you could probably prolong your life as well if we all started augmenting ourselves, because we could replace limbs, and I don't know how does skin, if that would keep
it fresh?
aging or not. Maybe it could just be replaced with rubber.
Oh God,
that
you got
just
to
looks
peel
the
it
same.
off like the
Yeah.
buffalo killer, and
Yeah, and we could
Whatever
live
works.
longer too. And like you
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
we can just replace the heart. And then you just start slowly replacing organs, and then eventually we're all immortal, but robots.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
about it. I ain't afraid of any of this stuff. I was conditioned from a child from all the 90s futuristic movies, so
Yeah.
I'm ready for it. I'm not scared. I'm not an
Yeah.
old fogey. I'm not a boomer going, oh God.
And like we're all carrying these around, and these are like our second brains anyway, right?
Yeah, straight up. They're
It's like a
like
second brain that we all carry.
yeah.
It's got
But
memories,
it's not
it's
attached
got
to it.
its own thoughts.
Yeah. I
It
always
knows
thought
our
it'd be
personalities.
so
That's
cool
like
if
a
you just didn't
part
have
of
to
us.
carry it around. That'd be so much better if you just didn't have to carry it around. Like the
If you could
Yeah.
just see
issue
it.
is always carrying it around and like forgetting it and losing it. That's the main
I want to be
issue.
able to do this. I want to be able to just go like boop boop, and then
Oh,
like
in your arm. Yeah.
like
And
a hologram.
Yeah,
one, and
a
I can
hologram
just,
shows
like,
up, yeah.
I want to
Love
be
it.
able to do that.
That'd be
And you
cool.
go, okay, Google, give me a dopamine rush. Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Google,
That
I
would
want to
be
go to sleep
useful.
now. It just knocks you out.
Yeah, you just got to like plug yourself in at night,
Yeah, oh my God.
charge yourself up.
That's
Just
so
wake up ready
sick.
to go.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love AIs. I wish I had one.
yeah.
You do. You've
A little
got
AI
Cortana.
buddy with you. Yeah,
Doesn't-
exactly.
You have
I don't know
Cortana on your
why I
laptop.
always press her and she always goes, "I can't hear you," and I'm like, "What? I don't think I have the mic set up or something. I don't know."
Yeah. I got that exact same issue on my laptop.
She's every time. She's like, "I don't hear anything." I'm like, "What do you mean? You're not even listening to me. I just
think
hit
it's a
it, and then
low-key
it just
diss.
cuts me off." It's like, what?
She's like, I don't hear anyone important talking right now, so.
But it doesn't even like listen to me. I just hit it and it just says it right away instantly.
Do you guys know the actual story of Halo so far? Because in Halo 5, Cortana kind of went rogue. She went evil. So maybe that's why. This is what's happening. This is her low evil.
She's a method actor.
The water!
Oh
Yo,
no!
It starts flooding. You guys, I'll have to.
I'm like I'm waiting for it to either like start filling up with water, and you're like,
burst. The top of it just shoots out water.
I'm picturing like 2012, the movie 2012, like things are filling up. You're like,
me and John
Titanic,
driving
when
away.
Jack's down in the lower barrels of the ship and it's filling up.
Yeah.
Top, you're
He's
just like
handcuffed to the thing.
Yeah.
I was picturing that.
Then Kate Winslet's gonna come in and she's gonna save you.
Yeah.
But then she's gonna leave you to die anyway. But she'll save you at that point. But then you'll die later.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm okay with that. What are you gonna do, right? Live long enough. I can't. What is this thing doing now? Sounds like it's making a margarita.
It actually does. Really, that's quite accurate. It sounds like it was shaking a margarita.
Yep. There we go. Drink up, boys. Okay, so on the topic of Minecraft, actually, I got two things that I want to share with you guys. Two videos. Okay. So there's no audio, or at the very least, when we record this, it doesn't actually capture the audio. So the first thing that I want to share is someone created a simulated Minecraft. So let me actually start staring the
Scarab beetles.
sharing the screen. There we go. So where is it here? I've kept this guy. It's called an acid trip. Don't know why.
Okay.
But it's very entertaining. It's called Minecraft Acid Interstate V3. And so it's not really Minecraft, I don't think. But it's somebody simulated Minecraft, and you're on this track, and the track starts rocking to
This
the
is
beat
sick.
of a song. Yeah, and it's extremely relaxing.
Whoa.
This is
It's like something you'd go to sleep to.
I'm gonna be sick though.
It's like
Yeah.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
The heck?
This is like I don't know
Gorgeous.
why I'm kind of getting like I'm playing a 3D version of Super Mario. Like this is what Super Mario,
Mario
would be
Kart.
playing on. Like this is what he would
While
be
he's
running
running,
on.
yeah, it's like PC 2D, but he sees this.
Yeah. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean, Aiden? Like
Yeah.
you're playing
Yeah,
Super
yeah,
Mario
yeah.
like on like one
Whoa,
strip.
what? Oh
This is
my
literally
gosh.
Super Mario. This is the water part.
See,
It's like
they've
I think
got,
we should
like, the
all
really
just
nice
kind of we should
filters
all
on
take like
too.
DMT and then watch this.
Mm.
This is what's possible with Minecraft.
It really is like Doctor Strange. Remember
Yeah,
Doctor Strange
yeah.
when he was going through like
Just
Slash
bending landscapes.
Inception, slash
Yeah, just altering
slash
the
this
dimension.
is technically the version, I swear this is what you see 2D version of Super Mario.
Yeah. The scientists have tried to recreate what we see when we die, and this is what they came up with. It's Minecraft.
All I know is at the very end of this there's going to be a really tall bit of stairs and a flag that you have to jump on,
Yeah, exactly. And if you miss it, then Peach is in the other castle.
and then you hear that really weird song where it's like like this is like the cart part, like the part where he's in the cave and there's he has to be in the cart. It's
Yeah.
literally it's like the
So,
weirdest thing. It's like, is this where Yoshi lives?
For
Yoshi.
our audience-only listeners, just look up Minecraft Acid Interstate V3, and you will see the visuals that are upon us. Yeah,
This is the scariest roller coaster I've ever been on.
it's just so satisfying. Yeah, but it's like once you're like, it's intimidating at first, but after you've seen it a few times, it is so like it's
kind of a
that
little
like
bit
meme of that guy just touching his face, and he's like, "Oh, this just feels so good." Like it's just everything fits together so perfectly. I love it. Just on a track.
Is it
Oh,
looped?
I think so.
No,
Are we
no, no.
starting
It's
from the
all one
beginning
thing.
again?
Is it? Yeah, it's only two.
Oh, it's only two something. Okay, so it's like the ride's over. That's
The
what it
ride,
is.
yeah, the ride's coming to an end here.
Wow.
But hey, thanks for coming on, everybody. So we got that, and now,
Wow, that was like
kind of in the same vein as in Minecraft, there's no end to the scale, right? I mean, Aiden, you can speak more to it than me, but you can technically build the entire world, right?
Yeah, there is like a sky level. Like you can only go like just past the clouds, I think. And then
Okay.
you can only go so far down, but it's a pretty big world. Like
Right. So that, I mean, I guess maybe this segue's a little harsh, but it's still technically related. Have you guys ever wondered what the scale of everything is? This is something where I've seen several videos try to show you the actual scale of the universe, and weirdly enough, this one from like, I don't even know when, the 1970s? Yeah, 1977. A university created this simulation where some people are having a picnic, like in Seattle or something, and it starts to zoom out, and they go so far where they, to the best of their knowledge in the 70s, show you what the actual scale of the universe is, and they do it by the power of tens. So they're like, this is 1 meter. And then they keep going out and out and out. So actually, how long is this one? 9 minutes. So it's a little long, so we'll watch the beginning of it, and then I'll kind of skip to maybe halfway or at the end, and you can see just how big the world is. Especially by the power of 10. Because it's like 10 meters is actually huge. Like, look at that, we're not even there. There. That was another 10 meters. Like, that's insane. You go from, like, it takes you 1 minute to walk that, and then it becomes, like, 2 hours to, to walk the second bit, and then it becomes, like, a year to walk the next. Like, the scale of things is insane. And it just keeps going. Wait, so actually, I guess we'll find out where they are as we continue here. They're on the coast. We know that much.
They're on a
But where?
coastline.
See, do you know what I always think about? Okay, so do you know those squares?
Oh, they're probably in Chicago. I think that's Lake Michigan.
This is what I always think about. I think about those squares. Like
Right.
if we go one more square, I'm thinking, if you find enough
You're gonna see
people in that
Canada.
square
Yeah.
to support you, like with your business
Oh,
ventures,
then you're
you're
good for the rest
set.
of your life.
You're set for the rest of your life. You just need one of those squares, like.
Yeah, straight
And
up.
some people have, like, for instance, like really popular people like James Charles and stuff. They have like the whole stuff like
The
that.
whole world.
Yeah, they've got
They
that
the
square.
country.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They have
they
like
got that
10 million
square.
meters.
Yeah.
Or like even
But
like
yeah, this
basketball
is
or like NBA. NBA gets so much views. Like
yeah,
it's like so many people are watching that at one time.
yeah. And it's crazy how
Sports is a really big thing. Like soccer, Olympics. Like so many people are just
especially
watching it at
soccer.
one
Oh my
time.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
Surprising how popular soccer is. It's the
And you
world's
can
most popular sport. And
and
one of
when
the
you
oldest sports too. That
when you
we
see
still
this
play.
square, it's interesting.
Yeah, just to see how popular soccer is. Civilizations from other galaxies also watch
Yeah.
FIFA and bet
And
on the games without revealing themselves.
she's like, why can't they push garbage like here to the 10 million light? Like push
Well, I
the
would never
garbage
make it
to
this
here.
far. It would take 100 billion years. But yeah,
Well, just
that is
look.
the
Isn't that some garbage there? We just
that's
passed
entire
by.
galaxies because they're all
That's what
looking
it's
like
just
dots
push
now.
it.
But
Push it out there. Push it by the
yeah, straight
sun.
up.
I always say this. Just push it out there. Damn. We
Yeah,
don't have any all this trouble with the
yeah,
garbage
exactly.
and
So now
clogging up
let's
all the airwaves and stuff and getting all hot up in this city and like all hot in here. It's like December. There's no snow. It's raining every day.
I know it's raining
What
now.
the
It's
heck's
kind of
going
sad.
on? I always thought about like
I
it's so
don't.
weird how they're just sitting on this like
Wow. Ants everywhere. Food's not touched.
I know. What a bunch of dicks, eh?
dry scaly hands. This guy needs lotion. Just
Wow,
kidding.
Yeah,
they're
seriously,
getting
look at that.
close
Just
now.
kidding. He needs lotion though.
Yeah,
he
he
needs
does.
lotion. Wow, they're going
That's-
closer.
SPF because it's out in the sun.
Yeah,
Yep,
we're going
SPF.
in, baby.
Wow, I love this. The skin cells are scary, actually.
Yeah, when you look at it, it's kind of spooky. We look like elephant skin. We're going in.
We're going in. Okay, this is
Wow.
kind
Are
of
we
looking
just
like a butthole.
Ant-Man.
Yeah, that's turning into Ant-Man going into Thanos' butthole.
Yep,
And
we're
then
literally going
expanding.
into a butthole right now. Look at that little tiny hem.
Whoop.
That little tiny
There we go.
little poop
Boom.
crumb. Oh my,
Poop crumb. Yeah.
oh my
You gotta
gosh.
get that bidet, no more poop crumbs.
I'm still waiting on that thing.
Here we go. Getting closer. I don't know if we're at the cell level yet, but we're definitely closing in on a group of cells.
I thought we were in the brain, even though I know we're on his hand. Just look like a brain.
Oh, and then I think this might be like the DNA.
Oh, it's not the stuff that you put in presents?
Nah, no DNA.
That looks like the stuff you fill like presents with and like. Oh,
Maybe
no.
maybe that's how they make it. They
This looks
harvest
like-
it from people in third world countries.
Wow.
Dang, it's like wow, interesting how close we are.
This has become the intro to X-Men.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, exactly. The mutations in cells that
Mhm.
create them.
Or Spider-Man. Every
Yeah.
Spider-Man opening.
Every 90s superhero movie, yeah. It was like,
Yeah, where their cells begin to
we
change.
have to show how science works.
yeah,
Yeah.
really right
With
about
the
that.
Yo, I mean, as far as the production quality for something in the 70s go, this is pretty good, right? This must have taken a lot of time.
Yeah, I actually don't know how like they even stitched all these shots together
I know. I
in
don't know.
film.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because it was just all analog back then. God, and we're still going. So what are we looking at now? So
It's just
basically, the zooming
nothing.
in is like gonna go ahead and just promote the multiple universe theory because it's like
So you're
if there's
zooming
this
in on
much
one-
space
it's
between
zooming in
every
on
electron,
Okay.
then it makes more sense that there's millions of universes all stacked upon each other, like between the empty space.
Wow.
Can we
Some
get in
people think
there?
that's what dark matter is. It's just other universes. All right, this might be a seizure warning in effect.
Okay, but where we go into here and then what's in here?
We don't know. I mean, it's all static.
What are those
Isn't
little
that-
things?
It's in there somewhere.
He
It's
needs
like quasars.
bleach.
No, not quasars. That's the big one. It's quarks,
He needs
and then the God
sanitizer.
particle, and then we have no idea. It's like, sorry, bye bye.
He needs sanitizer.
Yeah, I think that's the moral of the story. That's the
He needs
takeaway.
sanitizer and he needs a good cocoa butter lotion with SPF 14.
Yeah.
Simple
At
as
least.
that. That's what we got from that video, basically. Kidding.
Also, yeah, the universe is big and hands look like buttholes. There we go. All right,
Oh my
let
god, that's
now
so
the three of us should start a project where we recreate that video in Minecraft.
In Minecraft.
Yeah,
I don't play video
I'm
games.
just
I
kidding.
just
That's a hell
watch
no
them.
for me.
He just likes to watch, yeah.
I don't play. I just watch.
Yeah,
I'm
I feel
like the
like
little cousin that's just too young to play.
nice. Yeah,
But
yeah,
I
yeah.
do want to play. But when I do, I just like mess up and I don't know what I'm doing, or like I'll turn it off while I'm hitting the buttons. I'll
It's a
just
heavy
turn it off
investment.
somehow.
Yeah, yeah, true. Yeah,
People do that. I do that. I don't know how I do it, but sometimes when you're playing, your fingers
Like,
jump on this.
Oh,
The
you
off
delete
button.
the
you're button
save.
mashing while playing Minecraft. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, nice.
I
You
do that.
exit without saving.
So I don't play.
Yeah.
And then I get blisters really easily because that's why I can't go on handlebars or like monkey bars. I can't go on monkey bars.
Oh, yeah.
I
dang.
get calluses instantly. I'm
Quick
too
calluses.
delicate.
Wow. There you go. But you're good with the keyboard? That's kind of like button mashing.
Oh yeah,
Keyboard
you could
is
go old
no.
school.
Keyboard's different. It doesn't matter with the keyboard. I have like
Okay.
soft keys. Like these keys
Oh,
are
okay,
soft.
okay.
Like
Yeah, true.
these nothing. It's fine. It's just I'm telling you. It's like a reason why. Like for instance, I get on my feet. I get a really bad. In one spot, I get an. I guess it's a
Eczema?
callus.
Or callus.
I
Yeah.
don't know. It's not a callus. It's a corn or something. I don't know if it is or not because I keep. Anyways, it's on the bottom of my foot on the left side of like the ball.
Oh, what is that called? I used to be a shoe salesman. I should know this.
So like skin always will grow under there no matter what. Like so much.
And it
so much.
layers. Yeah,
It
like
just
it layers
layers
too
and layers.
much.
I have to get it like scraped off every like 2.5 weeks or something. I'll just scrape.
2.5
it.
weeks.
Like chunks of skin. I'm not kidding. Like chunks.
Yeah, yeah. I forget what that's called, but yeah, that is a thing that exists.
But
And we, back when I was a shoe salesman, we would specialize shoes for people who have that,
like
and
my
like
feet.
just press on it so that it like kind of the leather gets used to like extra space there, and then you can put the shoes on.
Wow, yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly for me. So, for instance, I always have to wear slippers on my feet because if I don't, then it's like
It's
there's
too
too
tight,
much
it suffocates.
pressure. There's too much
Yeah.
pressure on that one spot, so then it'll start adding extra skin. And that's why I
Yeah.
always have to wear like sandals or like slippers in my house.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
go feet to floor. There's no way because then I'll get huge things
It'll
on my
grow.
feet. Same
Yeah.
thing with the hands. It's just too delicate. They're too delicate.
Or what if you're actually an X-Man mutant, and
Oh.
if it continues to grow, it makes you like invincible and bulletproof, but you don't know because you keep getting rid
But
of it.
only in the feet.
Only yeah, but just in the feet, and then also like calluses in the fingers.
Yeah. So if people are shooting at you, you have to put your foot in the air. And...
Don't try it,
Yeah,
guys. We all saw.
Please
Aiden,
don't
we
try.
saw.
Do not attempt it.
We saw what happened to that black guy in X-Men First Class Agent. No, I'm
Oh
not
my God!
adapting to nothing.
What happened?
The
I
only
haven't seen
black
it.
character in the movie.
It's awful. It was
It's
so
supposed
to die.
awful. Okay, do you remember
Wait,
seeing
seriously?
First Class? Do you remember X-Men First Class?
Well, just vaguely. Like I think I saw it when it came out.
Yeah, same. So it's like
Correct me.
it was good. It's like when they
Yeah.
it's like they're all younger. It's all the
Yeah,
it's
it's
the
in like
younger
the
story.
60s.
So
Yeah.
essentially, it doesn't really make sense because Magneto and X they go on a recruit to get a younger little like team together. Cool, awesome. Everybody's fun. But then they have this one old black guy that makes no sense.
What, true.
It makes no sense. It's like Alex.
He's not old. He's
Jennifer.
just older than the others.
Right, just
He's
an
like
old-
literally like they're all like 19.
They're all a bunch of twinks,
He
and then here's
recruits
this
a bunch
random
of
middle-aged man.
teenagers and then one guy in his
Teenagers.
30s.
One
Yeah.
black guy in his 30s. And
Yeah.
then it's so sad because it's like a specific scene where they're all held in captivity because it's like, ooh, we're still trying to figure out what their powers are, all this jazz. We don't know what the next mission is. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Bad guys show up, start attacking everybody. Everybody's
Yeah.
Black guy, oh hell no. Goes,
Bites the bullet.
No, he puts,
adapt to
like-
this.
He,
Adapt to
he
this.
puts like energy in his mouth and he turns to stone and then explodes.
Oh my God! Wow. And everyone
It's so
else
funny
is
'cause
fine.
they just-
Could you imagine?
Everybody
they're
else
just
was
like ignoring
white.
everyone else and just run straight at him.
It's just
Killing
so
him
funny
in front of
because
him.
everybody's
What the
white and like everybody's just like it just doesn't make any sense. It's like why did he have to die like that?
Yo,
why
okay, yeah.
why did they spare everyone else but they
It-
just killed him? Like for instance, the black guy didn't even attack anybody. All he did was say, "Alex, go!" turns over to protect the female, which is Jennifer. No, actually, is it Jennifer Lawrence?
Yeah,
Zoe, no, it was Zoe Kravitz.
It's Zoe Kravitz, yeah, the little
Okay.
butterfly girl, Firefly.
Right.
So he goes, protects her, turns to stone because he adapts. That's his power. He adapts.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they have a little boy in the back that blows air, like whistles loud.
Yeah, he whistles. Yeah.
He whistles. Okay.
Yeah.
They have this girl, a Firefly girl. She's a firefly. She just flies with wings and blows little Q-tips out. They have Alex, who's Cyclops' brother. So obviously they can't kill him, which makes obviously. But he's the one that's attacking. He's the one that attacked the bad guy, who is Kevin Spacey, but not Kevin Spacey. It's Kevin Bacon.
Oh, right. Whoever the guy is.
So Kevin Bacon's the bad guy. So
Bacon,
why, in this one scene, does the black guy, the heroic black guy that is trying to save the girl, he pulls together a plan. He's the only one that's like, let's be efficient, let's do something about it, and not stand here.
Yeah. The director was like, we want this taking place in the 60s, so we want it to be realistic. So they have a bunch of lasers shooting at all the people, and then one cop randomly shows up with a gun and just shoots the black guy. And then
that's exactly what happens. How is it that Alex is like, wait, I'm just shot?
Should we question the white guys? No.
No.
We won't question
they go, there we go.
Fine, let's move on.
Work, and then, oh my God.
Adapt to this. It's like they couldn't just make that person white. Why would they have to make him black like that and then just have him there? Just
the only one that's killed. Yeah.
Only one that's killed. The rest of the movie, everybody's in the whole movie. The rest of the movie, I'm like, are
like
they serious?
You know how he like writes his scripts with like 100,000 N-words in it, just so he can have an excuse to like have white people say the N-word. Yeah, I can imagine the director for X-Men Origins is just like, I made this movie specifically just so I could like single kill the one black guy.
Like when you're
this weird fantasy,
only black person, and everybody like loves watching.
Well, maybe
Jake,
this was when 20th Century Fox made it. They were like, obviously this was after like they'd found out about Bryan Singer the first time. No, well maybe because then he made Days of Future Past.
Don't know why white people like that so much. I don't. I don't.
Anyway. Maybe they're like, okay, well, we could have Bryan Singer, who's been accused of being a pedophile, or we can have this new guy who's going to kill off all the black characters in the film. So we have to choose between one.
Yeah, they probably knew Bryan Singer before it was released, so they're like, okay, so we know Bryan Singer's probably going to molest all of the teenagers in X-Men First Class, all the actors. So let's wait for them to get older before we put them on. Yeah. So let's get a different director who's just a racist.
Okay. So do you know? Okay. I don't want to make you guys feel like uncomfortable or anything, but like I need to ask you guys a question because this has happened. It's like it's a feeling that you get like as a black person. Like say for instance, like in Black History Month, this is like a feeling you get. But basically, like I hate like I don't know if this is true or not because like you guys are movie guys, but like I find that like movies are like always just about like black slaves. Like every black movie is just about how like it's struggling for black people. Like it's just like I understand there's like an example would be like, okay, everybody wants to watch Django, right? Like I don't want to watch that because for me when I watch that it's like so intense for me. But like what's interesting when a white person's watching it? Are you guys like what are you guys feeling when you watch that? Are you thinking like what?
Well, so
because it's only white people usually watching it. Black people won't watch that because
it becomes
like
a cultural
it's like
thing
really
where
strange.
everyone
where I'm like, I don't think people get it. Like I mean, they obviously get it, but I'm just that's the question I'm kind of asked. Like, you know what I mean?
So obviously, the American project or whatever you want to call it is not over. It's clearly it's not at a place to be quality, and it seems like the only movies that are like there's tons of like all white movies, but they're slowly being a thing where it's like let's try to have like more diversity, and then movies now that are like about an all black cast or just like from the black experience, they're like the only movies being made about it have to be about oppression or about slavery period pieces. It's like they can't just make a movie where it's just they're just living their life or something, right? It's like and so half of it is probably the expectation where it's like everyone who's in charge, all the executive producers are old white guys, so they're the ones greenlighting it. So they're like, we'll only greenlight movies that are about oppression of black people. But then the other half is the directors and writers who are black who are making these black movies are probably wanting to shed a light on this stuff. So it's like they want to start by pinpointing the oppression and slavery and all of the past terrible things that have happened in America, and then once they've made those movies, then they'll feel free to just make a regular movie that
But
has a
this
black
is
in it.
on saying on this though, but this is why, for instance, it's very hard for any black person to get any recognition anywhere. Like the only person that's probably ever done that in this day and age is this Peel or Jordan or whatever from Us. Is that the right movie? Or what's the movie where the black people are in they're dating?
Out.
What's that one? Get
Yeah,
Out.
Get
That's
Out,
a
and then
perfect
Us
example of
after.
like
Yeah.
what like that movie is like it changes the whole dynamic of like what a black movie is. Like because it's always in reverse, if that makes sense. It's always, no matter what, it's always showing the struggle of like a black person trying to get to the point of like where a white, like, okay, perfect example would be like I just watched a trailer the other day of like a vampire show. It's called like Vampires in Compton or something. I don't even know.
Vampires in the Bronx.
Exactly, because it's just so focused on how these kids are black and they're growing up in the ghetto. It's like you're telling me we don't know that already? We know that 50 Cent, we know all these every movie is you grow up in the ghetto. We understand black people come from the ghetto. We understand that, but it's like can we get a different like spin on something where it's like it's a different
Well, that's
it's being
why
told
Black Panther was so culturally important because it was
exactly.
Like, he's a superhero. He's the lead character. He's black. He's a king. He's from a wealthy land. He's saving the day. Yeah. And now young kids watching this movie, young black kids can look up and go, wow, I can be a superhero now. I can grow up and be a superhero. This is amazing. Instead of seeing
Django
a film about, or even just like Straight Outta Compton or something like that, where the kids are going to watch it going, oh, I guess I'll just grow up and
guess the world is fucked and this is my future.
Yeah.
Exactly, because it's still the same thing. It's like, how are they learning not to use the N-word if every damn thing is the N-word? If everything is the guns and it's like,
and also it just ends with like, and the world's fucked and there's nothing we can do about it. It doesn't really end on a positive note. And then they were able to become financially secure. It's just like they're in a bad situation and they stay in that bad situation. Yeah. And it's just like drama.
Always and like that.
And you can understand why, because the writers and directors want to show that this is real. Like black people don't have the same opportunities, and black people will stay in the ghetto forever because white people are forcing them to live there. So in that sense, as a white person watching a movie like that, or even a movie about slavery, it makes you realize, oh, I'm quite privileged. This is terrible.
It's even like a privilege of ignorance. Like I had no idea that this was even a thing, that this was a problem.
And that's why we have to have Black History Month, to remind white people how terrible we are. And why we have to have Indigenous Month, to remind white people how terrible we are.
or at least that not at a place of equality, where it's like, you know, if we're able to get to a place where there isn't a disparity, then there would be no need for Black History Month or Indigenous Month.
That's the thing where it's like,
just
why
get rid
does
of
it
it
have
now.
to be? That's the thing. It shouldn't have to be like that. It should just be equality. Like everyone's just equal.
Yeah, like just history is history instead of history being European history and then having
learn
Black
about it. Yeah, learn that like there's a certain thing. Like it's just like it's placed in a different way where it's like I don't know how to describe it. It's like I said, whenever I started this thing where I was like, Black History Month was the worst, like the horrible month for me in school. Like it's just awful because like I'm the only black person in school. I'm the only black person in class. Like why the hell do I like? It's just like, and even too, think of it as like the class is all white. Why the hell do we care? We're all white. We don't care. There's no black people here. Like, you just have to think of it like that, where it's like, why would they care? Like, you know what I mean? It's like it's just done in a way where it's like it should just be taught like in a way where it's not Black History Month. It's like just fucking teach it normally.
Like all the figures that they mention in Black History Month, just take those figures and put them in the history books. Alongside the European Adventures.
Like, why does it have to be just so specific? Like, I don't know how to
just integrate it as part of history.
Mean?
Well, I think a big outcome of this year's Black Lives Matter movement is that they are going to start teaching more Black history throughout the curriculum rather than, like you said, rather than just November. It's going to be throughout the year, throughout your school career. You're going to actually learn about other cultures than
that's what it should be. It should just be learning about every culture. It shouldn't just be learning about only black people. Black people aren't the only people in my minority. It's other people too. Other people of color. Like
Yeah, and that's one thing where it's like obviously there's a limitation to how much you can teach a kid if you have one class that's called history. So it's like you're not going to teach them the history of
Mhm.
China. If you're in Canada, you're going to teach them the history of Canada and not other countries.
Yeah.
But Canada, part of Canadian history is African slaves and Native Americans being like shoved to the outskirts of the country.
Yep.
And Japanese
The Red Hill.
slave workers were also a thing, right? And I think World War
Mhm.
One, they
The
were like
prison
forced to work the
camps.
railroads. So there's
Yes.
like these
It
other
goes
countries
on.
are a part of Canadian history. So you know, it's like you don't have to do every single country, but do the countries that were specifically involved in Canada. It wasn't just England and
Mhm.
France. It was also the African slaves that were taken from Ethiopia and Uganda and the different places, and
Mhm.
obviously the different cultures of Native America. Because that's one thing that I find interesting is how many different tribes there are. It's not just Native Americans. It's
Oh
like
no.
there are the specific tribes where it's like
Mhm.
Canada wasn't one country. Back in the day, it was like Europe. It was like 100 countries. It was super diverse, and then it was just ultra simplified once the British came. And they're like, all of this is now Canada. So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, I mean, I guess it's good to make one big country, but it's bad how they did it by like
Yeah.
almost genociding everyone who was already here.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
It's really
yeah, just
interesting.
integrate history instead of segregating months.
Yeah,
That's probably the best way to
exactly.
do it. Great equality, right?
Yeah.
Integrate history, equality history, where like you're learning about everybody, like everything, everybody. If
Yeah.
in a way, in some sense, you know what I mean? Not everybody, but like
But everyone that's
you get a
related
good
to, right?
general to where you're living and things like that, where you're growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all those things that aren't taught in school. And one of them, again, to like my first point, is like finance. Like I was listening to the radio, like they're gonna start teaching kids about like learning about your like
Yo, how they
those
should have
things,
done from the beginning, bro. Like I don't know how to do
taxes and like
taxes.
things like that.
What
And
the
like why
hell?
are we
Yeah.
not? Those things are actually things we need to know every single year. Like
Yeah, straight up.
why? It's just like you're learning such a like really, really half the stuff in more than half the stuff in school you're taught for all those years. Yes, you're developing skills and you're developing a
Mhm.
lot of things that you're benefiting from
Yeah.
100%. But the tactical, like, that tactical stuff where it's like,
The
that's
practical, the things you actually
bullshit.
need,
Like,
you're not being
yeah,
taught. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up. Like emotional intelligence. Yeah, they teach you math, but then they don't teach you communication and how to like have relationships with people. Like think of how much that would help. It would make you a better partner. It would make you a better parent if there was like just a
Yeah.
general class where it's like learn how to communicate with people. Like if you're getting angry, don't hold it in because you think that it would upset them. Tell them that because then you won't explode a week
Mhm.
yeah.
later. Like there's so
That's one thing
many
that
And
I've
we
like
all
that would
know
realized.
actually be a
teenagers in high
helpful thing for
school are
society if people learned how to
emotional.
communicate.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's one thing that I learned because of just being in the real world kind of thing, where it's like you
Yeah.
have to just go out and like
Totally.
you don't learn those things unless you go out and like in the world and learn them. Like a
Yeah.
perfect example would be going back to Cyberpunk. You have three options to start your like character in: Nomad, Street Punk, and what's the last one? Corporation. Aiden.
Corporate. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
We're
Ooh, which one
Aiden
am
and
I
I are
in?
going to be the street punks. Like it's just like we want to know from we need in order to know it all. You got to start from the bottom. You have to start from the streets,
Right,
people.
right.
We
Honestly,
started
I
from
think
the
I'd be a
bottom.
no.
Now we're here.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Oh, and speaking of now we're here, I do have to go because I hear the family coming. I think they're gonna capture me, guys. So you guys are more than welcome to keep going, but I gotta
He's
Oh, we
try to
gonna
don't.
climb
hide.
through the
So
We
vents.
gotta. No,
yeah,
it's all good.
Turn the lights
We'll
on.
wrap
Climb
this
through the
one up.
vent.
okay, yeah.
We'll wrap this
But
one up.
yeah, don't feel pressure to. But yeah, I think I gotta go.
Yeah, like
So yeah,
we'll wrap this up. Yeah, this was a great episode,
okay.
guys. Joe, be
Absolutely,
safe.
absolutely. Yeah.
It's
Also,
another
Joe, I
great
see
day.
some toilet roll over your shoulder. You should definitely
Some
take
blue,
that with you.
Yeah,
That's
some
exactly.
like
Yeah,
blue
I'll
gold
take it
roll.
with me
nuggets.
while I pop a squat in the backyard and pretend it was the dog.
Yeah.
Wow, so ruthless. All
Whatever
right,
it takes,
guys,
man. Whatever it
take
takes.
it easy.
I'll make my way to you guys eventually. I'll get there. But yeah, until then, see you guys
Thanks for
later.
watching, guys. Take it
Bye.
easy. Be safe.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.